This is the Buddha Garden here in Portugal. Over 68 acres of amazing art, sculptures, lakes, and a winery. I'm gonna explore everything and I wanna share it with you guys. So let's get started. So my wife and I, we get ready to go get a bite to eat. We found this place. By we, I mean she found this place. And just coincidentally, it happens to be a major Portuguese scam. As soon as you walk in, look at this. Even the fragrance, the smell is just beautiful. And the water isn't coming from the sink or anything. This water is actually coming from the river somewhere and it's redirected into the restaurant. And if you look closely, did you see them? Do you see them? Look at these guys. You have your koi fish, your beautiful scenery, and of course, how about that? Well, the ground floor is absolutely gorgeous. The upstairs will absolutely shock you. This restaurant has been here for 21 years. Back here you have the kitchen. You have a small outdoor space here. The owner of this place thought about every single angle, every single piece he picked out himself. This is the table you reserve for Valentine's Day or for your anniversary. If you're going to propose, this is the table you book. Can you imagine this view at night? So I am officially calling this table the Rudy table. This is the romantic table. This is the gorgeous table. This is where you get your sexy on. This is where you propose. This is the Valentine's Day. This is the anniversary table. This is the Rudy table. Okay, the table of love. Lots of wine because of course, this is Portugal. Tons and tons of wine, champagne. I ordered myself a glass of rosé and the codfish. Beautiful art pieces all over the walls. And during the summer, you can even get yourself a table outside here on the top deck. It's summer now, but it's closed currently. I imagine it's open later in the day when it gets a little bit more busy. Welcome to the garden. As soon as you come in, beautiful winery to your left, a gorgeous, dirty pool. No, it's not a pool, but yeah, a large size water fountain. A trick is you gotta put some fish in there. They're gonna eat all of that stuff. They keep it nicely manicured for you. The thing about the train is you can't see the thing up close. Does it stop or you? Yeah. Oh, we should have done that. Should have told me. This is quite the experience. It's a beautiful day, thank God. I believe this place is 60 acres. Let me check. The internet is not working, so that makes things a bit more complicated because my notes are in here. Lesson learned. Okay, as we're getting started on this YouTube journey, we are learning what to do, what not to do. And what not to do is count on the internet being there. What to do is take all of your notes, copy them, post them into your notes app. That way you'll always have access to it. And don't depend on anything, because from the research I've done, you are supposed to get a map when you get here. a physical map that you can look at and kind of decide where you're gonna go. And that was part of my plan for the introduction in the beginning of this video. However, they do a QR code at the door where you can get the map. However, the internet is not working, therefore there is no map. So we're gonna freestyle this thing and try to cover as much of the garden as possible. Get a lot of up close shots to get it right. Here we go. I'd be interested to learn, how long did it take to build this? And where did all of the stones, the flowers, the plants, the trees, where did it come from? Well, one thing's for sure, that is, Portugal is as diverse as it comes. And it has a wonderful spirit of embracing cultures and traditions. We're gonna have to check this one out. Look at this. That thing has to be at least 50 feet minimum. That white thing there, turtle. Ding! I'm not very confident going under this thing, but I'll do it for a subscribe. I did it. Oh wow, look at this. Look at these guys. And right next to it, is this part of the property or no? There's a beautiful winery right here as well. This is the Napa of Portugal, Napa Valley.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit.
Wow,
and the coffee ain't
this is truly
damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work cause my boss is a jerk and I'm not
place.
even that paid. I need a change in my life cause I
This was
don't
pretty
feel
with
alive
love,
and there's
care,
nothing
and
that makes
thought.
me happy.
The details,
Hold my beer for
the
a minute.
synergy between nature,
I'm going on a trip
art,
and I don't plan to visit.
sculpture,
I'm gonna stay there till I feel
architecture,
like I'm winning all.
and
this is just the
tradition
I need a big
is
change,
everywhere you look.
like living. I need a big
The
swing,
water,
home
the
runs,
lake
I'm hitting and I'll never look back,
is
moving on till I
fertile
get it
with
all.
animals, fish, ducks. Oh, look at this. And everything is labeled too, right? So you can, if you had a map, you know where you are, you know what it is, you know what to look for, you know how to describe it, you know how to really absorb the information. There are all sorts of fishes in here. I can't wait to fly my drone around so we get a high level view, because this is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. They didn't skip any details. There were no shortcuts taken when they made this place.
My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name. Oh, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw.
Now that I think about it, are turtles, here's a question for you guys. Are turtles, do they get warm in their shell? Because that turtle I saw over there, his shell was absolutely white, it was dry. As dry as it gets. And he was standing out in the sun. While the water was right there, a foot away from him. The shade was another foot to the left from him. He could have just gotten some shade, but he stayed in the heat. Do they like the heat? How tall would you say this is? About 20 feet? But check this out. Let's look at the blue man. They're gated, so I can't get close, and I cannot touch them. But I will try to stand next to them from the outside. Does that work? So this guy's about my height. So this statue is 6 feet tall. He's a little shorter than me. The one behind it is probably 6'4". And the details on these is really impressive. The mustache, the hair, the bun. I'm not sure what it's called. The hand broke on that one. But this is an army. So imagine if this was real and you see these men stand firm. Some of these guys are 6'5", stand firm in an army, gated, just staring at you you would be worried. But this is a place of peace, so no need to worry. And here is Buddha. Bon dia, Buddha. Tudo bem? I wish I had bread, because everywhere you go, you see the koi fish. So there must be hundreds of koi fishes around, and they're up. Let me turn this around. They're up to the surface as if they're waiting for you, right? Mouth open, ready for you to feed them. So they're used to getting fed. They know when they hear people walking on the bridge, when they hear the metal, they all come out. Look at this. They all come out. They have a bridge, not a bridge, but a train that you can take for the tour as well. But I did not opt to take the train simply because I want to be able to get close to the statues. I want to be able to get close to the fish and everything so you guys can see it. If I had my way, and I don't, but if I had my way, I would live, this would be the kind of house, the home that I would have. You know, close to the water, koi fish, nature, peace, quiet, you know, a deep focus on internal peace, tranquility, right? So when you come home to a peaceful home where you can feel joyful and relaxed, you know, drink some tea, enjoy yourself, appreciate all the good in your life. Because I can't help but to think of all of the goods in my life, all the things that I've been through, all of the struggles that I've overcome, to be blessed, to be here in Portugal, experiencing something so amazing. Yeah, these experiences I do not take for granted whatsoever. You know, life has not been easy for me. It's been a struggle all of my life. It's been a constant struggle, pain, suffering. You know, I grew up in absolute poverty. I had absolutely nothing most of my life. I didn't own anything until I was 16 years old. And the ability to travel, explore the world has been a blessing. It's been a blessing. It's something my father thought was important. He made sure that we traveled as children to learn different cultures, have different opportunities. But we were poor people traveling. But I'm grateful. He did the best that he could, and now I'm doing the best that I can for my kids. All right, so I want to do the best that I can for my kids and set them up to have my father set me up to have a life better than he did. And I want to set my kids to have a life meaningfully better than I did. Oh, that is ridiculous. See, this is what I don't like. Can you guys see this? Let's get in the shade here. Look at this. People come here and disrespect the statue. And sometimes it's adults. That's what kills me. Drone footage, and 3, 2, 1. You know, something that really stands out when you're out here is how fresh and clean the air is. All of these beautiful trees and plants. This is nice. This is real nice. I don't see any animals, but there's a waterfall right past. Check this out. The breeze is beautiful. All I'm missing is a beer or a glass of wine, some snacks, and more time. Where to next? Let's go see the birds. I saw a big blue bird while I was walking. I'm not sure what kind of bird it was because I walked by pretty fast, but I saw a blue bird. This is a perfect candidate for these walking audio tours where they have a pre-recorded audio where you kind of download it and it tells you, okay, make a left until you see this, and then it kind of tells you about the history and blah, blah, blah. this is a great candidate for this. I'm not sure why this is not here. I will admit I also did not look for it because I thought I would have a map when I got here and I'll be able to get all the information. I thought I'd have internet, but that did not plan out. So this statue is right by number 10. I use that for the... Oh, look at me, look at the birds. What's interesting is this cage is not a cage because look, it's more of a fence. Boom, I'm inside, I'm outside, inside, outside. So these birds, I'm not sure if they can fly. I know they can glide, so they can get out if they want to. Like this guy, who made it out. See? Yeah, exactly. What'd you say about my mama? Whoop your ass. Buddha or no Buddha, talking mess to me. I don't play that. When there's a fork in the road, you always must go right. You're never wrong when you're right. So I found the African estate and it is as beautiful as you would imagine. Let's get some wide shots, high level shots from the drone at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ha!
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
In the African section, you can tell these are actual African sculptures from the animals here. Is that a bull? A hippo? Maybe that was a baby hippo over there. The crocs. And all sorts of animals from the animal kingdom. The giraffes, the elephants, the snakes. Of course you have the monkeys and the beautiful African sculptures. Hey sexy lady, I like your flow, your body banging out of control. I think I could have done a better job exploring this magnificent location if I had a map. If I had a map and I knew I could plan it out, I would have done a better job, but I'm learning. I'm just getting started. I'm learning. And as I'm learning, I'm getting better and better and better and better for you guys. The father, the mother, the children. Of course, you have the warrior, the protector, right here. Let's get a front view. This statue is about 15 feet tall. Like a statue here, the African mother, dancing skeletons. Okay, so something I've learned in today's journey is, one, I'm feeling a bit more relaxed and a bit more confident in front of the camera. So that's a good thing. But I would say the second thing is to show up early. By early, I mean when the place opens up, show up. It's better to have more time than not enough time, because I definitely feel like there are certain parts of the place that I haven't explored yet. There are definitely certain, I haven't gone to the restaurant, which is not really a real restaurant, but where you can get some pastries, some drinks. I would have loved to maybe grab a beer and sit out and enjoy the day, take in the breeze, the beautiful sun, and digest this beautiful work of art. Because this place is absolutely a work of art. This man is upside down. Where is he? There he is. And you have your spider right here. Every inch of this place there is a piece of art. Right, nothing is wasted. There's a piece of art, there is water, there is a pond. Look at these. There are 2 trees made out of glass bottles. There are statues, it's all over the place. And so, if you guys come here, make sure you come in nice and early. As beautiful as this is probably not a kid-friendly place because there's so much walking that your kids will drive you crazy. I can see my kids asking me to carry them because they're tired, but they don't want to go home. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. This place is fantastic. So we're heading back to the front. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you got to learn something. I hope the voiceover worked out really well. I hope you learned something, right? When you're planning a trip or you're planning to go visit someplace like this, bring lots of water, boom. Ice cold water, bring your camera, make sure you have plenty of memory. Bring your walking shoes because you're gonna be walking a lot. Download your map. Check to see if they have an audio tour of the location and show up early. Show up nice and early because it's better to have way too much time than to not have enough time to really explore it, especially when you're having a good time, especially when everything is so beautiful and you're inspired. You want to be able to capture as much of it as possible. And so I hope this was good for you guys as it is for me. With that said, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know when the next video is up. Be blessed.